I want you to feel this in your fingertips, the power of a god. Think about what it would be like to control a weapon so immense. A weapon that practically makes you a deity, transcending mortal flesh. And where the act of controlling it transforms you into something superior. For centuries, humans have dreamed of building weapons that rival the heavens. We are drawn to the ultimate power of these giant machines. But surely such a dream would not become a nightmare. A nightmare of our own creation, escaping our control. Let us explore the history of these god-destroying weapons and see how they reflect our deepest fears and desires. The legend of the Tower of Babel shows our ancient hubris. Today, our modern drones carry that same legacy of power. We build machines that dominate the sky and the earth. Reaching out into the cosmos with our destructive technology. Creating systems that can erase entire worlds in an instant.
But what happens when the machine turns on its creator? The dream of power becomes a nightmare of destruction. Unleashing forces that we can no longer contain. This is the story of a weapon built to destroy a god. Part 1, Into the Machine, where we explore the mechanics. The mechanical heart of these giant weapons is complex. It requires a deep connection between human and machine. A fusion of biology and advanced technology. Standing as a monument to human ambition and engineering. Every detail is designed for combat and survival. The mechanical joints move with precise, heavy power. Securing the pilot inside the armored cockpit. The pilot's hand becomes one with the controls. Every movement translated into massive mechanical action. The machine responds instantly to the pilot's will. A motorized cadence that defines the entire genre. The click and whir of ascending to godhood. Revealing the incredible power hidden beneath the armor. A silent giant, waiting for the call to battle. Ready to unleash destruction upon the world.
This is especially true for the Japanese mecha genre.
Where the connection is deeply physical and tactile.
Mecha, coming from the word mechanism
or Mecha Nizumu.
A fitting name for stories about piloting giant robots.
A genre defined by its devotion to mechanical detail.
Where every switch and lever has a purpose.
Allowing the pilot to feel the machine's weight.
And navigate the complex battlefield of the future.
While some mechs are grounded in realistic military science, others possess a capacity for destruction that is ludicrous.
Rivaling the power of the gods themselves. A power that can reshape continents and oceans. Leaving nothing but dust and ruin in its wake. A powerful display of human-made force. But regardless of their immense, heavenly power, every one of these colossal mechanisms is mechanical. They are still fundamentally machines, built by human hands. Subject to the same physical laws and limitations.
Its devotion to minute, tactile detail is clear.
Encapsulated in the clicking and clacking of gears.
The palpable feeling of a thumb on a joystick.
The vaporous exhale of a high-pressure piston.
The hesitant motion of a steering column. It is a deeply kinesthetic form of media. Watching it makes you feel aware of your body.
Like you are the one steering the giant suit.
The end result is that these weapons feel real.
Even at their most cosmically powerful levels. There is something attainable about these machines.
It feels like anyone could step into the metal.
And become a god, controlling ultimate power.
But what is the worst that could happen?
When we build weapons that can destroy gods,
We must be ready for the consequences.
a world ruined by our own technological hubris. These choices will have severe consequences. Wield a weapon that can destroy the gods. And you must be ready for them to return the favor.
In the classic anime, Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Human pursuit of celestial power awakens mighty beings. beings called angels that attempt to wipe us out. But though they cannot be harmed by normal weapons, they can be harmed by the EVA units. Enormous mechs, created specifically to slay the divine. A literal depiction of Deicide in modern fiction. Every one of these angels is a unique horror. Ranging from eldritch beasts to abstract geometric shapes, united by the fact that they can be slaughtered. Slaughtered physically by the powerful EVA units. The series brings a mechanical exactitude to this carnage. Exploring in detail the practicalities of cosmic battle. Splattering a deity's blood across a silent city. The minutiae of cosmic entrails and mechanical power. A level of detail that makes the fantasy feel real. At a certain point, battling the heavens is normal. But to be mortal is to have limits, always. And even these mechs cannot defy the gods forever. The sinful flesh will eventually be punished. A punishment that is both physical and spiritual. Leaving behind a trail of mechanical and organic ruin. A reminder of the cost of our grand ambitions. A divine punishment for challenging the natural order. A concept that is not new in human history. Evangelion is drenched in ancient religious illusions, reflecting a larger spiritual canon of human hubris. Where the divine punishes humanity for their pride. Using their own weapons to bring about their end. The sinful flesh will be punished without mercy. A deity punishing humanity is a classical theme. Like Prometheus, punished for stealing fire from heaven. The series uses these symbols to create deep resonance. Connecting modern technology with ancient theological texts.
Though the creators admit it was mostly for style.
It still evokes a powerful sense of cosmic dread. A dread that we are building our own destruction. Echoing the ancient story of the Tower of Babel, where a united humanity tried to reach the heavens.
only to be scattered and confused by the divine. A warning against reaching too far with our power.
Like a tower of blocks, destined to collapse eventually. Prompting the divine to mix up our languages.
The humans of Evangelion face a similar punishment. A punishment of total extinction for their crimes. Their crimes of stealing divine power for themselves. Staring into the abyss of their own creation. Every piece of technology becomes a Tower of Babel.
Built from power stolen from the divine beings.
And mutilated into terrible fusions of metal. A fusion of human engineering and celestial flesh.
A power that we struggle to keep in check.
The EVA units themselves are more than machines. They are suits surrounding a living, celestial body. A stolen strength that can easily turn on us. A terrifying fusion of biology and technology, unleashing a primal, uncontrollable power. Underneath the armor is the squelch of flesh. A living soul trapped inside a metal cage. A primal hunger that defies human control. A sense of sinful construction in every detail. Connecting the pilot to a dark, organic power. A motorized cadence that hides a dark secret. A secret hidden deep within the machine's core. Ready to face the horrors of the heavens. But underneath each shell is horrid tissue. A living god kept in chains by humanity. Deep within the computerized Mecha headquarters. You find not wires, but a living brain.
A brain that must be poked with needles.
To keep the massive machine under control. Our Towers of Babel are built on stolen power. It is no wonder it all starts crumbling down. A world destined to collapse under its own weight. A machine built to end war is dangerous. Is always a machine built to continue war. A cycle of destruction
that we cannot break.
Part 2. Cold Tower of Steel, the military reality.
Humanity collapsing due to their godlike weapons.
A recurring anxiety across the entire mecha genre.
And indeed, across our actual human history. The connection to our real atomic anxiety is clear. Reflected in the post-atomic boom of anime.
A genre born from the shadow of the bomb.
In 1945, we detonated 2 unimaginable weapons
And forever changed the nature of human warfare. Entering a reality where we can unmake ourselves.
Its creator speaking about the power of the bomb.
A power that rivals the wrath of the gods.
Capable of ending all life in a single afternoon.
Nuclear missiles make the Babel passage more prescient. Looming towers so mighty and so terrible that it would perhaps be a mercy if they failed.
If the Almighty turned the safety lock back on,
Atomic scars run deep through these godlike machines.
Representing our deepest fears of technological ruin. But existential dread is not the only fuel. For these robots' almighty powers of annihilation.
the mecha genre is also about military logistics.
Pairing explosive moments with ordinary military scenes.
Grappling with both atomic and mundane warfare.
A tremendous amount of detail is placed on logistics.
How these massive mechs are transported and maintained. And all the routine problems that lie therein. A reminder that maintaining a weapon is slow. No matter its incredible, godlike capabilities.
Waging war is a slow, bureaucratic process. Before the bombs killed over 200,000 people. They were simply transported on a normal truck.
Yet no matter how destructive a machine might be, the unavoidable paradox of these weapons remains.
Particularly in fiction, they still have an appeal.
Put simply, if war is bad, why are they cool? The incredibly influential Mobile Suit Gundam series.
codified the mecha genre as an anti-war parable. Exploring the horrors of modern mechanized conflict through both grounded and cosmic scenes of combat.
But these powerful mechs also make great toys.
A filmmaker arguing there is no anti-war film.
Because every film about war ends up being pro-war. By making the violence look cinematic and exciting.
We consume the spectacle of destruction with ease, turning tragedy into a thrilling narrative for entertainment.
And that is the ultimate curse of every war machine.